Our world has changed profoundly since the introduction of the COVID-19 pandemic. The crisis that our nation and world is currently facing has reminded us of how closely we are connected, and yet has compelled us to stay apart for the health and wellness of our neighbors. Even in a time such as this, National Police Week and our memorial service continue as a dedicated time in which we honor, remember, and celebrate the officers among us who have made the ultimate sacrifice. Pray with me. Gracious God, in this time of social distancing, may we come into a closer understanding of the ways in which we can help support and care for one another. In this time of darkness, may we choose to see and be the light for others. And as we enter into this time of remembrance, we ask your presence with us as we mourn the loss of those who are still very near and very dear to us. Amen. Please welcome Chief of Police Kerr Putney.
Good morning. My name is Kerr Putney. I'm the Chief of Police here at the Charlotte-Mecklenburg Police Department. Today, I come to you on behalf of all the leadership of all law enforcement agencies throughout Mecklenburg County. First and foremost, I'd like to talk directly to the families who've really sacrificed so much for us. Just know that we love you. We always stand with you. Though a family member has fallen, they will never be forgotten. You see, today there's a lot of pomp and circumstance, a lot of tradition, and that's intentional. It's by design. We honor those who've gone before us. We know the weight of the burden that we must bear on their behalf. We never want you to ever feel as though you're alone. They might have left us physically. They remain with us spiritually. Mecklenburg County is blessed to have men and women who are professionals, who continue to answer the call, continue to sacrifice, continue to make our county safer. Over the last 3 decades, I've seen too many ceremonies, seen too many families devastated. And I commit to you, as we all do, who wear these uniforms, that we will stand with you, even in the midst of a pandemic. We stand with you whenever you call needing assistance. We stand with you in the middle of chaos, bringing you comfort. We take oaths to do just that. I appreciate the gravity of this day. At the end of Police Week, where we memorialize those who've given everything for a profession that means so much. Let it not be forgotten also that even today, we have men and women who take the oath, who are standing on the front lines, answering call after call to you in need, even in a situation that we haven't seen before. Our men and women are navigating some tricky situations relative to new ordinances and laws because these are uncertain times. The one thing that is certain, when you call, we will come To all the men and women who continue to do this job, I have to say one thing to you. Continue to be safe, physically, spiritually, emotionally, and continue to be blessed. Thank you.
High Sheriff John Cook, Mecklenburg County Sheriff's Office. Officer James Moran, Charlotte Police Department. Officer James H. Brown, Charlotte Police Department. Officer Sampson E. Cole, Charlotte Police Department. Special Officer J. Robert Estridge, Charlotte Police Department. Officer John Fesperman, Charlotte Police Department. Chief of Detectives Joe Orr, Charlotte Police Department. Detective John N. Byers, Charlotte Police Department. Officer Robert M. Reed, Charlotte Police Department. Officer H. Edgar Carell, Charlotte Police Department. Officer William S. Rogers, Mecklenburg County Police Department. Officer Thomas H. Jenkins, Charlotte Police Department. Officer Benjamin H. Fry, Charlotte Police Department. Officer Charles P. Nichols, Charlotte Police Department. Officer Rufus L. Biggers, Mecklenburg County Police Department. Chief John Albert Rape, Huntersville Police Department. Detective Charles H. Baker, Charlotte Police Department. Officer Ralph A. White, Cornelius Police Department. Officer Johnny Reed Annis, Charlotte Police Department. Officer Paul Reed, Mecklenburg County Police Department. Sergeant Lewis E. Robinson, Mecklenburg County Police Department. Officer Ronnie E. McGraw, Mecklenburg County Police Department. Special Agent Gregory W. Spinelli, Federal Bureau of Investigation. Officer Edmund N. Cannon, Charlotte Police Department. Officer Ernest Coleman, Charlotte Police Department. Deputy Sheriff Edmund V. Thomas, Jr., Mecklenburg County Sheriff's Office. Officer Timothy W. Whittington, Charlotte Police Department. Officer Robert L. Smith, Charlotte Police Department. Officer M. Terry Lyles, Charlotte Police Department. Officer Eugene A. Griffin, Charlotte Police Department. Officer Anthony A. Nobles, Charlotte-Mecklenburg Police Department. Officer John T. Burnett, Charlotte-Mecklenburg Police Department. Officer Jackie Daniel, North Carolina Department of Motor Vehicles. Officer Mark A. Swaney, Davidson Police Department. Captain Anthony Stansel, Mecklenburg County Sheriff's Office. Sergeant Anthony Scott Futrell, Charlotte-Mecklenburg Police Department. Officer Jeffrey R. Shelton, Charlotte-Mecklenburg Police Department. Officer Sean Robert Clark, Charlotte-Mecklenburg Police Department. Officer Fred A. Thornton, Charlotte-Mecklenburg Police Department. Rest easy, brothers.
The prophets remind us that there is a time and a season for every activity, a time to be born and a time to die, a time to plant and a time to harvest, a time to kill and a time to heal, a time to break down and a time to build up, a time to weep and a time to laugh, a time to mourn and a time to dance, a time to throw away stones and a time to gather stones together, a time to embrace and a time to refrain from embracing, a time to seek and a time to lose, a time to keep and a time to throw away, a time to tear and a time to sow, a time to keep silence and a time to speak, a time to love and a time to hate, a time for war and a time for peace. Pray with me. God of all times and seasons, comfort us in our grief. Revive us with your presence, knowing that this season of sorrow will pass and that joy will come again. May we honor the sacrifice of our loved ones by continuing in your service and living a full and meaningful life. And now may the Lord bless you and keep you, that you act justly and love mercy. May the Lord be gracious unto you, that you walk humbly with your God. And may the Lord give you peace, that you love your neighbor as yourself. Amen.
Crossfade. you.